Pitch lesson 11. So the new note in this unit is the E, which is sitting at the top space of the staff. And the staff has 4 spaces, right? And 5 lines. So it's sitting up at the top. This is a significant note for the violinist because of the strings that are on the instrument. So we want the violinist to recognize all of the strings, right, what they look like on the staff. So the A string on the violin, right, is this A, and the E string on the violin is this E over here. And then the D string would be down here and the G string down here. And so they have 4 automatic guide notes that I think that the violinist should be able to recognize right away. And then the 5th guide note is, of course, the G clef G line, that G. So that's really important. Now, once we have the E learned and the A learned, then you can kind of figure out the other notes that are sort of in between or near these notes pretty easily, as long as you have a good handle on the music alphabet. So being able to work, upwards and downwards, forwards and backwards with the music alphabet. So what we'll do is just, kind of scan the page and look for E's, right? So that would be like here's some E's. So this is a really good exercise just to spot them, so you'll be able to recognize, what they look like right away. And then what you can do is just notice where the A's are sitting and where the E's are sitting. They're both space notes, so that's really easy to recognize as well. And then why don't we go ahead and try saying one. So we can do perhaps, let's try line 5. It looks interesting over here, okay? Ready, and E, E, A, C sharp, D, E, 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 D, C sharp, B, A, C sharp, B, A. So pitch lesson 11 all the way through 14 is more of the same. So you can have an idea here in pitch 14 how things progress. And do you see how they're a bit more mixed up over here? They're kind of jumping around more. There are less repeating notes. You won't see as many, of the same 2 notes in a row, for example. So it's a really good exercise. Now, once we get to here and the student is still feeling a little bit confused about the notes, this is something you can do at any stage. What I would do is take a pencil and lightly circle all of the guide notes, okay? So I want them to spot all the A's and all the E's. So I can show you an example here. If I just circle lightly the A, so here's a guide note. I'm just going to circle them. I'm not going to label them because I want them to figure out the difference, right? So here's an A, here's an E, right? Here's an E, here's an E, and here is an E, okay? So already we've kind of taken out several of these notes that we don't have to really think too hard about now. So they're kind of a given. You can see that this A is positioned kind of lower on the staff, and the E's up here are higher. So you're going to recognize that all the circled ones are either A's or E's, and from there you can figure out the rest. Usually the kids get C sharp because of the sharp in front of it, so it's pretty obvious by sight. The B, hopefully you'll recognize the B because it's near the A space. The D is near the E space, so that might be another thing you can kind of point out to the student, that the D looks like it's kind of up near, right below the E, and the B looks like it's right above the A. So even over here, see how this looks far away? So this would take more time to go E, D, C, B. Rather, you can imagine there's an A sitting here, just imagine it, and then all of a sudden the B is just right there. So that's another reason why I play the neighbor game, as I showed you in other videos. If you're not sure what that is, go back and watch some of the other videos related to pitch. And then also just saying the alphabet forwards and backwards, just constantly being able to move up and down. Also saying your scales forwards and backwards. I think saying the scales forwards and backwards is much harder than saying just the alphabet A through G forwards and backwards. Then we can see that this is an A, C sharp, B, D, E, C sharp, E, C sharp, E, D, C sharp, B, C sharp, C sharp, B, E. And hopefully that makes it a lot easier for the student. I've done this many times with my students who need a little bit more encouragement, a little bit more confidence and help with certain pitches. So any time along the in the process, we'll stop and do this game where we just circle all the guide notes. And if you do it lightly, then later on we can erase them and there won't be any evidence of it. And then we can go through and do it without having that guide note help. Hopefully by then they'll just see it and spot it and recognize the guide note right away.